Tonight, we're tapping into the lunar eclipse. We're tapping into the opportunity for the supermoon to illuminate what it is that we need to release. So release is a part is something that we all do, all need to do at some point in our cycles. And fall is when the earth in the northern hemisphere is releasing all around us. So this evening's hour-long illumination time is going to set you up to identify what you want to drop. And I'm going to invite you to complete the ritual on the equinox itself, which will be on September 22nd. If you want to join us for the fall equinox soul journey, I'm going to tell you at the end how you can do that, because we're going to take a 3-day journey together. So when we think about this super moon lunar eclipse, when we think about this opportunity to release, what I'm thinking about is, what can we release that gets in the way of love? And because the lunar eclipse is in Pisces, which to me is, I associate with compassion and self-compassion, then the invitation is, what can we drop that gets in the way of us being compassionate with ourselves and loving ourselves? I have been shocked at the degree to which I keep coming back to self-love as the root of my liberation, as the foundation for me to be able to contribute. When I'm not loving myself, it's like being chopped off at the knees. It shows up when there's conflict, with how able I am to acknowledge, where I made a mistake, as opposed to, defending. It shows up in like saying yes when what I really mean is no. And so now I got a resentment on top of the no. All of these are like examples of not standing in and rooted in love. So I invite you tonight to use this super moon to illuminate what it is that you need to let go of so that you can stand in love. This super moon is all about illuminating, helping us to see, but we're going to try to go a little deeper below the rational mind to see maybe what is hidden from our view, the judgments that we have against ourselves, where we're still keeping ourselves on the hook for something from the past, which is preventing us from standing in love today. So I invite you to take out a journal, because what we can't see, if we're still attached to it, we're holding. So by seeing it, we can choose, we can ask for the assistance of our ancestors, of the earth, of the moon, of the stars, of however you perceive the divine, to help us to drop it. So at the top of your paper, I want you to write, what I'm really mad about myself is, and then we're just going to take 5 minutes to free write and let come through whatever comes through. You don't have to stay on topic. If things move, they move, but we're just going to write whatever comes to mind for 5 minutes. Whatever comes to mind for 5 minutes. No right and no wrong. So we're going to come back to what you wrote, but I want to say a couple more things about eclipses. But what they say about eclipses, it can be like a plot twist, an ending or a beginning in the story of your life. It might be a big plot twist, or it might be a little one. It might be a plot twist that you initiate. You asked for the raise, or a plot twist that you didn't ask for. You got a diagnosis, or someone in your family passes away. But there's like a shift, a beginning, an ending, a chapter starting or ending. And so, what we're doing by paying attention and noticing when there is an eclipse, we're also taking a moment to notice what's starting and what's ending, what's coming and what's going. There's a phrase, I've been doing a lot of yoga nidra lately, and there's a phrase that this teacher, Amrit Desai, says, and he says, let go what's going, let come what's coming. Let go what's going, let come what's coming. And so often we are attached to what is going or to what has gone. And of course, that attachment brings the suffering. And when we're in that space of attachment, of trying to control, of gripping, for dear life, we're not in a state, an energy, a vibration of love. Even if the person or the job is something that we love, when we're attached to it, when we're trying to control it and keep it, we're not in a vibration of love. So this eclipse in Pisces, the sign of compassion, self-compassion, and boundaries. Let go what's going. Let come what's coming. So we can be in a space of love. Let's take a deep breath. And let that out. I invite you to open your hands, so your palms are up. So they can be up here. You can have them out and up, whatever feels good for you on your lap. But again, in that state of let go what's going, let come what's coming. I invite you to turn back to your journal. Just free write. What's going and what's coming is. What's going and what's coming is. And just respond to whatever comes to mind. It doesn't have to make sense. For 5 minutes. Let's move to what you would love. What you would love for this fall. What you would love for yourself. What you would love for your family. Just what would you love for this fall? Let's just take a little bit of time to really feel into what you would love. And you don't have to get it right away. But we're going to just take some time to scribble it, draw it, feel into it. What would you love this fall? And if you're writing something like, I would love a new partner, go a little further. So that I would love to earn enough money so that, just take it a little further. When you have that thing that you would love, then go a little further with it. Sometimes it takes a little courage to really say what you would love, because it's just so out there or big, or you don't get what you want. It's not good enough. It doesn't involve other people. It seems selfish. But just let it be. Swing way out. So let's be with what you really love. And ask yourself, what scares me about this being for real? What scares me about this actually becoming real? And feel into what part of you is not on board with that becoming real. Is there a body part that is like saying, no way? Is there a thought that comes up? I want us to talk about the moon for a minute and how you can use what you stirred up, how you can work with the moon to help you release it, to let go. So in some cultures, the moon is thought of as a grandmother. I want you to think about your grandmother, so powerful and lovingly protective of you, that you can take those judgments, hidden beliefs into her lap. Ask her to help you, to work with them, to release them, to transmute them, so that you're no longer attached to them, so they don't have you. If you join us for the fall equinox weekend, this is exactly what we're going to be working on. Each day, we're going to be peeling the onion and releasing, so that by the completion of our time together, we're standing in a vibration of love with each other. We have each other's hearts and each other's backs. And we've invited the divine, the moon, the sun, the trees, all of it to hold it with us. So in the time that we have left, which is about 3 minutes, I want us to just take a moment and to come to the heart and to the breath. So I'm just going to lead us briefly through a meditation to appreciate ourselves. So just start off by wiggling your toes, maybe lifting your heels up and then putting them back down, and giving a little more weight to your bottom and to your feet. And just exhale and let it all go. Feeling the ground holding you, feeling your hips connected. And then just imagining that there is a whole a gateway in the arches of your feet. We're going to take a big breath all the way up from the bottoms of our feet, all the way up to the heart center. Retain the breath. Just imagine that it's circulating around in the heart center. Gently, gently, gently. And then exhaling. And as we exhale, the breath is taking with it any bits and debris of doubt and criticism and anything that's not love. So let's do that together again, breathing in through the soles of the feet all the way up to the heart center. Retaining the breath, allowing the breath to circulate in the heart center. And when you're ready, exhaling and imagine that that breath is taking with it all the debris that is not love. And we're going to do it one final time. I'm not going to talk. I'll just let you do it on your own. So thank you, everyone.